Today we're looking at the C-Pen Reader 3. This portable scanning pen is a game changer for independent reading, especially for students with dyslexia or other reading challenges. So I wanted to show you what's in the box, how to set it up, and then some of its key features. So in the box here we have the C-Pen device, its user guide, a protective case for the device, as well as a charging cable and a lanyard to attach it to if you choose. And one thing that the Atlas Lending Library includes with this device but is sold separately is this USB-C to headphone jack adapter, and I'll show you why in just a moment. On the device itself, we have this red power button here. You hold it for 3 seconds to turn on the device and hold for 3 seconds to turn off the device. We also have the volume control here, both volume up and volume down. On the back side of the device, this is the speaker, where unless you have headphones plugged into the device, this is where sound will come out. Over here, we have the voice memo button, where if you press it at any time, it'll start a recording. And then we also have the USB-C jack here, which has 3 different functions. One of them is to charge the device using the provided charging cord. You can also plug the device into a computer and utilize some of those features, or you can plug in headphones here. So this is the only way to plug in headphones, and I realize that you may have headphones that have a USB-C jack, or maybe they don't. One thing that does not come with the device but is very helpful is this USB-C to headphone adapter, so you can plug in headphones that have just that traditional headphone jack as well. Moving on to the front of the device, this area here is the screen, which you'll see in a moment, and then we also have the main controls for the device, including the navigation arrow buttons, this button in the middle, which you use to select, as well as the M button, which goes to the menu, and the back button as well. And then on this end here, that is actually where you're going to be scanning text, which we will show you next. To turn on the device, hold the power button for about 3 seconds, and you will see the screen light up like this. Now that the device is on, let's look at some of its main features. So the primary function of the C-Pen is this text reader function. So we'll go into that, and now it's prompting us to scan to read text. You'll hold the C-Pen like you would any other writing utensil and drag it along text, just like a highlighter. You'll know that it's reading the text if you see that light there. And then it'll read it to you.
I celebrate myself, and what I assume you shall assume. For every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you.
You can even choose whether you'd like to save the text or not. Some of the other features that we might see are the definition features, where you can find the definition of any word that you scan over, as well as the translation features. We also have voice recorder, as well as the library, where you can access your saved text and voice recordings. There's a practice feature as well, which uses the words that you translated or needed to define and can put them into sort of a testing format for you. Let's take a look at the settings next. So in the settings, you can change most of the settings at once by running through the wizard, but you can also change the text language, and one thing that you may find yourself adapting a lot is the read settings here. Let's move into that. So you can change the reading speed, whether there's pauses after words or punctuation or a delay. And then another feature that I wanted to show you is that you can actually change left and right-handed here. So right now it's in right-handed mode, which means that it's designed to be used for right-handed users. But if you had it in left-handed mode, then the screen will flip the other direction. You can also turn on Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and then all the way down here in system settings is another important setting for educators. In system settings here, we can utilize the exam lock feature. And so you can change what you would like to lock. So during exams, maybe you're testing their language skills or their vocabulary skills. And so you may want to lock the definition or translation features. In order to do that, you use an exam lock and you set the passcode, and then it can only be, those features can only be then turned on again when you re-input that passcode. As you can see, the C-Pen Reader 3 is a really powerful and flexible tool that's a great addition to any Accessible Classrooms toolkit. Reach out to Atlas today to try one out for yourself.